What's going on, everyone? Chase Reiner here, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a unscripted video. Now, what I mean by this is most of my videos, I bring open my notepad and I take you through a step-by-step tutorial. A lot of the tutorials I do are very similar. I'm showing you how to earn money selling either online products, doing affiliate marketing, just making money selling things with video. Now, the reason why I'm actually not going to be doing a video like that today is because, first of all, I've done that video so many times in different ways that it starts to get a little boring. But second of all, I don't like to make excuses for why I can't practice doing videos every day. And what I mean by that is there's always going to be an excuse. There's always going to be a reason why you can't do something. And there's also always going to be a reason why you can do something. But one of the most important things that you can do right now, and I'm saying this whether you buy things from me or don't buy things from me, because look, I'm not here to just sell you things. I want you to be successful regardless. If you can get started with video content and you can start practicing every single day and start doing content every single day, start getting really good at it, you can make so much money right now because most people are not willing to do it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm doing long form content, which is not the best type of content, but I'm going to tell you why I do long form and short form content in a second. But ideally, you would want to do a long form video like this every single day where you're just talking about, it could be anything. It could be a system. You could have a notepad out. One of the easiest ways to make content is to have a step-by-step notepad or have all your thoughts on a notepad in front of you and kind of just make content with something like what I'm using called OBS project. You don't even have to show your face. You don't have to go on camera. Most of my older videos, you can actually see I'm not even on camera. I just click the screen record button. But the reason why you would do long form every day, first of all, so that you can get good at it. But second of all, long form content is great for one main reason, and it's not views. It's not getting more followers. It's actually selling things. Long form content helps people see that you are a real person. And the reason why you want people to see that you're a real person is because if you're going to be doing short form content alongside your long form content, short form content is really great for bringing in new followers and views. And so long form content, you don't get as many views on, right? Like the videos that I do, the long form videos like this one that I do, I usually only get a couple thousand views, opposed to the views that I get from short form content, which is anything below 60 seconds. I will generally get thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of views between all of the different social media platforms I post on. And so if you put these things side by side, right? So the three main things that I do is I do long form, I try to do it every single day, short form, and I usually try to do one long form video a day, 1 to 2 short form videos a day, and then I'll do emails. So I'll usually do a couple emails a day. And I put all these things together, and the recipe that I use to make money online generally brings me anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 a day in sales. Last year, this is basically all I did every single day. I got up, I make my tea, I get on my computer, and my routine every single day is pretty much the exact same thing. I do a long form video like the one you're watching right now. Again, usually the way I do it is I do it with like a notepad file where I go step 1, step 2, step 3. Then I tell people usually at the end of my videos to join whatever the thing is that I'm promoting, like my boot camp. And then I'll do a short form video, and the short form video is usually just a condensed version of the long form video, also very similar. And the cool thing about this, by the way, remember, is that you don't have to do something incredibly unique every day, right? You could get started right now. You could even follow the videos that I make and replicate them and, improve them in your own way. And you would get a very similar result. Remember, and if you've watched my older videos, you'll see I wasn't getting, even with 50,000, 60,000 subscribers last year, I wasn't getting a crazy amount of leads. I wasn't getting a lot of people that wanted to buy from me until I started doing the short form content every day. And when I started doing the short form content every day, that's when I started getting a lot of people entering their emails to buy from me. And I went from getting about 20 email opt-ins, email leads, people entering their emails to learn more about my offers a day, to getting hundreds, 500. I get about 500 to 1,000 now email opt-ins, email leads a day. And a lot of it is because of the short form content I do. But remember, like I said a second ago, I'm not doing super unique content every day. I'm doing generally very similar content that follows a very specific outline. Okay. And so even if I change the topic that I'm doing, I have a very similar structure. But one of the key points I want you to remember as well is that I practice. I've been practicing this stuff for a long time, over 7 years now. You can look at my older videos. My older videos, I can't even watch them because it was a struggle. I wasn't as good at doing what I do. I wasn't as good as emails. I wasn't good as good at short form content. I wasn't as good at long form content. And it's because it takes time. It takes practice, right? And what I try to show people is that, or teach people is that if you're going to start doing anything, right? Playing the guitar, practicing the guitar, learning, let's say karate, you're not going to just start out an expert. If you're learning the guitar, you're not going to start out playing at a concert. If you're learning karate, you're not going to start out a black belt. You have to expect not to be good in the beginning and do it anyways. And so part of the reason why, again, I'm doing this video today, I don't want to do, like, people I think look at me and they say, well, Chase, it's easy for you. You like doing this stuff. You know, you feel comfortable doing this stuff. First of all, I don't like having to do this stuff all the time. I do it because I want the result of the thing. I want to get good at it, right? Practicing something every day isn't always fun, but it doesn't necessarily have to be fun. And second of all, it's not that I feel comfortable doing it all the time. It's not that I feel like I'm always on point. I mess up all the time, right? Even when I do these videos, like, I have mess ups all the time, but I just roll with it, right? I don't use the mess ups as a way to make an excuse not to do the thing. And that's why I said in the beginning of this video, there's always a way to make an excuse not to do it. And so one of the things I recommend is doing what I'm doing right now, which is just practice. Even if you're not posting to the people that are following you, or maybe there's nobody following you, even if you're not posting on an account where people know you, make a separate account, make unlisted videos. But every single day, practice. I tell people all the time, if you don't know what to say and you don't know what to do, and remember, this happens to me. This happened to me today. I was like, well, what video do I make? I don't know. I don't want to do it, right? And so what did I do? First thing I did is I'm like, dude, I'm just going to click the record button and I'm just going to start talking. And that's the thing, is that if you can just get started, if you can start doing something every day, even if you're just taking a video of a tree, if you're taking a video of a cat or your food or whatever it is, you need to make an excuse to do it rather than make an excuse to not do it. And what ends up happening is the more you keep doing something over and over, even if it's something silly, right? Even if you're making videos every single day of, I don't know, the food you're eating, eventually you're going to get used to doing that thing and you're going to get to the next thing that you have to do. And so the other thing that I recommend, and this is something that I personally do, and I try not to recommend things to you that I don't do. I only recommend the things that I actually do, the things that make me money, the things that help me, is every single day I write out a list. It's usually the same list. So I have a notepad by my desk. I also do it on my phone or whenever I have time to do it. And I write down every day, what are my goals? And so, some people, they say, well, write out a notepad and then you'll have it for the next week, or, write every year, on New Year's, write out your list and then you're going to accomplish those goals over the next year. No, write it out every single day. You want to program your mind to figure out the things that you need to accomplish. And then when you start checking things off the list, you're going to add new things to the list. So maybe the thing that you need to start with is posting content every day. Okay. Or let's say showing up to the gym every day. It could be anything, right? But you put it on the list. You say, I want to do this. I want to do this. And even if you're not doing it, right? Like, one of the things I want to do is I want to, let's say, get a bigger house, right? And maybe I'm 2 years away from that. Maybe I'm a year away from that. I don't know. It could be anything. But even if I'm not really like working towards it, even if I'm not looking at houses, if I'm not like actively doing that thing, I can still every single day put it on the list. And what that does is it helps you manifest what you're supposed to be doing. And it helps you figure out in your head, okay, I know I need to do this thing, right? I need to keep trying to figure this out, and your subconscious brain is going to keep trying to figure it out. And so for me, there's certain things that I know I need to do no matter what. And the cool thing about the list is the list makes things easier for you to do regardless of how you feel, right? Because if I just say, well, I should probably work out, and it's not on a list, I don't have a goal about it, well, I can always just, I'll think about it later, right? But if I put it on the list and every single day I write it on the list and I go, I'm looking at this list every single day and I'm like, all right, it says this, I'm really tired, I don't want to do this. I didn't sleep, I'm hungry, I don't feel like, working out at this exact second. Like, I could have all these excuses, but if it's on the list, it's easier for me to just go and do that thing. Okay. And so the two main things I would recommend for you, and again, this is more just like one of those unstructured videos. And I just wanted to do this video so I could show you that I personally do this as well, where I don't want to do it. I'm like, I don't want to, have to do this video. I don't know what to say. I have the exact same feelings that you likely have, but I do it anyways. And so if you have these two things, which is, first of all, having some sort of list, right? Which is like, hey, I need to do this. I want to do this. I'm going to stay consistent at it. But number two, creating a consistent schedule of doing something. And it doesn't have to be an incredibly long amount of time. You don't have to spend hours and hours and hours doing this stuff. Most of my videos that I do on YouTube, they're unedited. They're 10 to 20 minutes. And I post them and they're done for the day, right? But it's crazy because when I'm actually doing the thing, it's not that big of a deal, right? 10 to 20 minutes is not that big of a deal. Doing these TikTok videos, once I'm doing them and I get them done, not that big of a deal. A couple minutes to do the TikToks, 10, 20 minutes to do the long form, a couple minutes to send the email. So, I mean, we're looking at maybe an hour a day, 45 minutes to an hour a day. And that's if you're doing everything. If you're just getting started, you could literally get away with doing a 60-second video every day, take a couple minutes. So the point is, get started. Don't let your excuses determine your outcome, because there's so many reasons why you can't do something and there's so many reasons why you can do something. But anyways, if you want to join my full program where I take you through everything you need to do in order to earn money online, also, I recommend you go watch the presentation. You can get started for free right now if you just go watch the presentation. You don't have to go and do the full paid program if you don't feel like it. Get started for free today. Go watch the video. We'll see you in the next one. Till then, happy money making. See you. Bye.